Hare Krishna. I welcome you all for the second session of Tiruppavai. And so we are very fortunate to have with us Her Grace Rasasundari Mataji and for sharing this nectar for the third consecutive year and making our Margashirsha Mas very, very special. So this year is a very, very special way of presenting the Tiruppavai. Recently, in the Gurukul, the Mudgala Rishikula where I'm serving, I just came across a very nice book in the library. It's called Chitra Kavitani by Srila Rupa Goswami. So in the introduction, the foreword, I was just reading that in the past, there have been some very amazing works like the Ramakrishna Viloma Ramakrishna Viloma Kavyam. This has been composed in the 14th century AD. And the speciality of this composition, it's done by, his name is Surya Kavi, I think, yeah. When it is read forward, it describes the pastimes of Lord Ram. And when it's read backward, it describes the pastimes of Krishna. Yeah, and amazingly, such works have been there in the past, like in the 16th century AD. There's another work called Raghava Yadava Pandaviyam. Yeah, Raghava Yadava Pandaviyam. And in this work, this came up again, I guess, in 16th century AD. And the speciality of this work is the same verses can be interpreted in three different ways from the perspective of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Bhagavad. And also there is similar work again later in, I think, 17th century AD. Again, it's also called Raghava Pandaviyam. And even this work, when it is read forward, it was, it's the pastimes from Ramayana. And the same verse, when it's read backward, it is a pastime from Mahabharata. So in this way, verses and the various compositions have been interpreted very interestingly. And similarly, Mataji has brought in a very scholarly flavor and a very beautiful flavor to the Tiruppavai by presenting this from the perspective of the Rama Tattva, Sri Rama Tattva. And without wasting any time, I humbly request Mataji to continue showering this nectar on the second session of Tiruppavai. Hare Krishna. Mataji, please take over.
Hare Krishna. You can hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, my humble obeisances to all the Bhagavatas who are listening. I was myself going to share this, what you just spoke. It is called as Raghava Yadaviyam, written by a very prominent Sri Vaishnava poet, Venkatadhwari Kavi. So it's nice that you brought it out. So our great poets had all these kind of talents, and acharyas also who gave such deep commentaries to all the works. So let's continue without wasting any time. Last time we started with this Margari Vrata, Pasurams of Andal Goda Devi, and we introduced this topic of Tiruppavai and Ramayanam. How they both are, we can see Tiruppavai from the angle of Ramayana. So we saw how the introduction, the Pranati prayers of Andal and Valmiki Muni and Ramayana, so many things we saw that there are so many similarities, we saw so many parallels in both of them. And even in the like we saw this Vaktra Vailakshanyam in the subject matter, Vishaya Vailakshanyam, we saw the similarities in all that. Then we entered the first Pasuram, where Andal, she invites all her friends, telling them that we are going to perform this vrata, all of you come. And all these girls also are very, very devotional girls. They are very interested in performing devotional service. Such are these little girls who are her friends. So they come very eagerly. And Andal introduces to them in the first Pasuram itself that we are going to perform this vrata for Lord Narayan, who is Lord Ram himself, none other than Ram. And she tells all the girls that we will be performing this vrata, and what is the fruit? What are we going to get by performing this? The fruit is parai. Parai also means, external meaning is, it means a drum, which is used like a which is used like a musical instrument during their vrata. It also means, internal meaning is that uh, the pure devotional service or Bhagavad Anubhavam or experience of pure devotional service. That is what Parai also means. So in the first Pasuram itself, Andal has revealed to all her friends that the Lord Ram, the Lord Narayan, who is Lord Ram himself, he is going to give us this Purushartha, which is desired by everybody, that pure devotional service or Bhagavad Anubhavam. He is going to give it to all of us. And who is the adhikari for this? Who are eligible? Anybody who has a desire to attain devotional service is an eligible candidate for this vrata. So in this way, she very fondly invited all her friends because she doesn't want to do this alone. She wants to call all her friends together and do it along with all of them, because this is a vrata to be performed by young girls, just like the Katyayani vrata. So only young, small girls are involved in this, kanyas. So in this way, she introduces, in the first Pasuram itself, she has told the means and the goal. Now in the second Pasuram, I'll just share the screen. In the second Pasuram, we can see that all the girls have come, and because Andal described how Lord Ram looks, who is he, what is he going to give us, how he holds his sharp bow and his arrows in his hand. So when she was talking like that, all the girls, they mentally they have gone, their thoughts are all gone. So now Andal wants to bring them back to the topic of their discussion. For them, this is a very positive distraction. Not that they were not attentive to what Andal is saying, but they got distracted in devotional service. They started thinking and meditating more about Lord Ram. So now Andal wants to bring them back to their discussion. So she says, Vayyat Valvirgal. She's saying, oh my dear friends who are living in this world, there is a difference between living and existing. That is what Andal is pointing out over here. Vayyat, Vayyam means this material world. Valvirgal means those of you who are living in this world. So this is how she's addressing her friends. Why? Andal is saying that only those who are always doing chintan about the Lord, they are living in this world. Other people are only existing in this world. And then she's saying that please listen to all those things which we are supposed to do during our vrata for this whole month, in the month of Margashish. So what are we going to do? Now, very interestingly, in the first Pasuram itself, Andal has told all her friends, she has assured them that Lord Ram is going to give us our Purushartha. He is going to grant us all that we want. So it's already done. It's like a deal which is already done. So one may wonder now, what is the need to do anything? Just get it when it comes. Why should we do anything? But Andal is emphasizing that even though we already know that the Lord is going to give us, He is going to grant us our Purushartha, He is going to fulfill all our desires, still it is our dharma to do our service. Whatever is our, according to our dharma, according to our varna and ashram, we should never give up our duties that are related to our, that is our dharma. So, and the dharma is related to the Lord, and dharma is laid down by the Shastras. So those duties should be never given up. And that is what Andal is emphasizing over here, that yes, it is very sure, he has assured us that he is going to give us what we are desiring. And now we have to also do our duty, yatha kinchit. That means whatever little we can do from our side, that much devotional service we also should do. We cannot simply sit relaxed on the sofa. We have to do something also. So what is that little that we have to do? So she is going to elaborate that in the second Pasuram. So she says that there are certain do's and don'ts for this vrata that we have started. So what are we going to do? She is going to elaborate that now. So she says, Vayyat Valvirgal Namum Nam Pavaik. So all of us for our Pavaik, for our vrata, Sayyum Kirisaigal Keliro. Sayyum Kirisaigal means please listen to all the things that we are supposed to do. Keliro means please listen. So many times Andal keeps saying Kedi ro, she'll keep calling out for attention wherever it is needed. So par kadal is the milk ocean. Payya Tuhindra Paraman Adipadi. Payya Tuhindra means the Lord who is sleeping on Anantashesh. He's sleeping on the snake bed called Anantashesh. So what are we going to do? We are going to uh, pray at his lotus feet. Paraman Adi Padi. Padi means to sing his glories. Adi means his lotus feet. And Paraman, this is how she is addressing the Lord over here. Like in the first Pasuram, she addressed the Lord as Narayana. In the second Pasuram, she is addressing the Lord as Parama. So very interestingly, in every Pasuram, Andal brings out different special names of the Lord. So here she is calling him Parama. So now let us bring our similarities from Ramayana over here. In Ramayana, Lord Brahma, before Lord Ram incarnated, all the so over there, Lord Brahma, he addresses the Lord as Tvam Gatihi Parama Deva. He says, "O Lord Parama Deva." Parama means, that's supreme. Tvam Gatihi, you are the only. Yeah. So Andal is saying what are the things that we are supposed to do and what things that we are not supposed to do. So she says, look at the fourth line. Nai unnum pal unnum nat kale niradi. So she's saying that during our vrata, we will not have things made from ghee. Nai means ghee in Tamil. And also things made from milk. Because ghee and milk, they represent opulence. So whenever it's a festival or we want to make something very opulent, we use a lot of ghee and milk, correct? We make different kinds of kheer and all those things. We use a lot of ghee and milk. So this adds to opulence. So Andal is saying we are performing a vrata, so we have to stay away from ghee and milk products. Basically, she means to lead a very, we should have simple food stuff and not have very opulent food stuff. So again, what do we get? Which similarities we see from Ramayana in this? What we see is Bharata. When Lord Ram went to exile, Bharata, he said, Adhya pravriti bhumau tu shaishyeham truneshu va phalamula shano nityam jatachirani dharayan. So Bharat said, because my brother Ram and Lakshman, my brothers, they have gone on exile and they are eating simple foods in the forest, I hereby vow that I will also follow a similar vow. So Bharat decided that he will Adhya pravriti bhumautu. I will only sleep on the floor. Shaishyeham trineshua. He'll just lay kusha grass and lay on that, just like Lord Ram. Phalamula shano nityam. I will only have fruits and some roots, whatever are available. Jata chirani dharayan. I will also wear. I'll also wear a jata on my head. Make his hair into jata and wear those chira vastra, those tree barks. And in this way, he'll perform his vrata for the next 14 years. So in this way, Andal is reminding her friends that when Bharata was doing his vrat, he was also following this kind of a lifestyle where he led a very simple lifestyle, eating very simple food stuff. So in his in his footsteps, we will also do the same thing. And then she is saying, Mayyittu eludum malarittu nam mudiyum. We will not wear kajal in our eyes. We will not put flowers on our hair. So again, this shows that they want to be simple. They don't want to spend too much time in caring for the body. So similarly, just like Bharata said, that I will wear just this chira vastra or tree barks and be very simple. He gave up all those opulent clothes of a prince and all those things, and he was living a very simple life for 14 years. So during this vrata, the girls are going to live like this. They are not going to decorate themselves because they consider it as waste of time, and they want to focus more on chanting the Lord's names, His glories, qualities, and hearing about Him in this way. So they are going to do these things. They will not have opulent foodstuffs, and they will not they will not do all this makeup and dressing up themselves. But interestingly, Andal says that Malarittu Nam Mudiyum. We will ourselves not put flowers on our head, but if the Lord Himself wants to put some flowers on our head, we will not oppose to that. Then next she says, Sayyadana Sayyum Ti Kuralai Senrodum. Ti Kuralai Senrodum means to criticize others or to say something, or it's like backbiting, to say something ill about someone when that person is not present. That is called as Ti Kural, criticizing. So she says this is one very important thing that we need to avoid. So we see this also from Ramayana when Bharata was coming with all the Ayodhya Vasis to Chitrakoot. He came with his entire army, all the three mothers came, all the Ayodhya Vasis came. They were coming to bring Ram back to Ayodhya. At that time, Lakshman climbed up a tree and he saw that this huge army was coming along with Bharat. So Lakshman, he became very angry. He became actually very anxious that there could be something, some danger for Lord Ram. So immediately Lakshman came down and he told Lord Ram that let me take my sharp arrows and bow and let me teach a good lesson to Bharata, because see, he is still not satisfied after getting the kingdom. Now he is coming to attack us. So when Lord Ram heard this, he was not at all happy with these words spoken by Lakshman. And he said, Nahite nishturam vachyo bharato na priyam vachaha. So Lord Ram is saying, hey Lakshmana, please don't speak such cruel words about Bharata. They are, I, I'm not at all happy to hear this. It doesn't give me any pleasure. So we know that Lord Ram told Lakshman that if I tell Bharat that give the kingdom to Lakshman, he will give the whole kingdom to you, and he can stay with me over here. So don't misunderstand Bharat. So in this way, in Ramayana we see that Lord Ram did not tolerate any such unpleasant words spoken by Lakshman towards Bharat. So we understand that this criticizing anybody or backbiting is not at all good. And Andal is saying that is one very important thing that we have to stay away from. We should never do it. And then she is saying Sayyadana Sayyum. Sayyadana Sayyum means we should follow in the footsteps of our elders. Elders, she means that our previous acharyas and all the people who so she says all the previous acharyas and all our elders, what we have to follow in their footsteps, whatever they did or however they led their lives, we should do that and not invent something new for ourselves. So that is what she is saying, Sayyadana Sayyub. So again for this we see a nice example from Ramayana where Lord Bharat came and he was insisting Lord Ram that please come back to Ayodhya because you are the elder brother and I am the younger brother, and you in your presence I can never rule the kingdom. You should be ruling the kingdom, so please come back. So when Lord Ram heard this, what did he say? He said that we are all coming in the Raghukula. And what is the main thing about Raghukula? Raghukula riti sada chali ai, pran jai par vachana na jai. This is from Tulsidasa's Ramayana, that our elders have always stood by their word. They have always stood by their promise. They never go against their word. And I have given my word to my father, Dasharath, so I will live by that and I will come back only after 14 years. So what is Ram emphasizing over here? That what our elders, the family elders have done in our Raghukula, I will follow that and I will not go against that. So this is another important lesson we learn, that we should follow in the footsteps of our elders of our previous acharyas and not invent something new for ourselves. That's another important lesson we learn, and we see this from Ramayana also. So what are the things that we are supposed to do? These are some don'ts we saw, that what they are not supposed to do. Now Andal also says what what they are supposed to do. So she says, ayyamum pitchayum. Ayyam means to give charity to people who are very deserving. Deserving in the sense they could be Vedic scholars or our spiritual master or brahmanas. So she says that to such people we should give charity, and that charity is called as Ayyam. And we should also give charity to people who are very poor, who don't have anything. That is called as Pichai. Like we give to very poor people. That is called as Pichai. So there are two kinds of charity. One is we offer some charity to people who are very elevated, saintly people. So that is Ayyam. So she is saying that we will give charity during our Vrata. So this whole period of Margari month, it is considered very important for giving charity also. So Ayyam is giving charity to people who are like saintly people, brahmanas, spiritual master, that category of people. So where do we see this in Ramayana? So Lord Ram, when he met the sages in Dandakaranya, charity doesn't mean only money, it also means offering something that they need, some help or something that we can do for them. So when Lord Ram was in Dandakaranya, the sages, they came and requested Lord Ram that these Rakshasas are really tormenting us and please help us. So Lord Ram, he said, Naivam arhatam maam vaktum agyapyoham tapasvinam. So Lord Ram says, please don't request me. Agyapyoham tapasvinam. Please, you must order me. So I think we discussed this last time also. He said that my father has sent me to this forest just so that I can be of some use to all of you. So please order me. I will fulfill all that you need to do, you want me to do. So in this way, he took their request as an order and he did all that was needed. So in this way, he helped and offered this kind of a help to the sages in Dandakaranya. And Pichai. Pichai means to give people who are very poverty stricken, who don't have anything. So for this, we see the example of Sugriva. So when Sugriva met Lord Ram, he was in a very vulnerable situation. He had lost his kingdom, he had lost his wife, he had no place to stay. He was absolutely poverty stricken. So when he requested the Lord Ram, that time Lord Ram also didn't have anything. He also didn't have his kingdom or anything. But even though he had nothing, he promised to help Sugriva to get back to regain his kingdom. And and after saying not that he just said that, he actually helped Sugriva to regain his kingdom. We know how Lord Ram killed Bali, and Sugriva also got his kingdom back. He got his wife back, and he was coronated as a king. So Pichai, he helped Sugriva who had nothing at that time. So this example also we see. And then Andal says, so these are some do's and don'ts. We saw what all to be done, should be done. And also she says that we should be getting up very early in this month. We should get up during Brahma Muhurta and take a bath before our Vrata every day. So this also we see from Ramayana how Bharata, when he was in this Nandigram, every day during Brahma Muhurta, he would go and take bath in Sarayu. Sometimes the water would be so cold that even the elephant would go near the river and then just go back in reverse because it was scared to touch the water of Sarayu. But Bharata would take his bath at that time. So in this way, Andal is saying we have to do all these things. And apart from this, very importantly, Uyumar Enni. Uyumar Enni means that we have to perform in this way by doing all these do's and don'ts. We have to take care of that. And in this mood, we have to perform Sharanagati to Lord. How? Like who? Like Vibhishan. Vibhishan did Sharanagati, Shadaveda Sharanagati. What did he do? He followed this principle of Anukulasya Sankalpo, Pratikulasya Varjanam. All those things, the Shadaveda Sharanagati, he did that. And this is how we have to also do. Just like Vibhishan, constantly think about the Lord. And Uyumar Enni Ugandelo Rembavai. We have to do this, we have to perform this Vrata very happily. Not that we think, oh, again tomorrow I have to get up in the morning, oh no, I can't eat this, oh no, I can't do that. No, not like that. Very, very happily we have to do it. So this is how she introduces all the do's and don'ts to her friends. And going ahead, very interestingly, now from here some conversations will start. So we are going to the third Pasuram, where one of the girls, one of her friends, she is asking Andal that, Andal, it is very nice all that you are saying, but you see, our elders have permitted us to do this particular vrata, this Margadi vrata. So we are doing this because our internal motive is that we want Lord Ram. But our elders don't know that, and they are the ones who have given us permission to do this. So what will they get? What benefit will they get by our doing this vrata? So Andal says, definitely. Very good question. She says, our elders and all the people of our village or this place, everybody is going to get a very great benefit. They are all going to get something very special. So that is what she is going to introduce in this third verse. So she begins the verse by saying, Ongi ulagalanda uttaman perpadi. She says that just by singing the names of Uttaman, the whole people of our village, everybody is going to get a very good benefit. So she's saying that we have to sing the name of Uttaman. Who is Uttaman? Ongi Ulagalanda Uttaman. Ulagalanda means one who measured the Lord. So we see who measured the Lord. We can see in the slide, Lord Trivikram. He measured the universe, the three worlds. So she's saying that we have to sing his names. Uttaman Per Padi. Per Padi means to sing his names. Now here we can also understand the meaning of Ongi Ulagalanda Uttaman as Lord Ram. Why? Because Lord Ram, he measured this world, this Bharat Bhumi, by walking. He walked to so many places, and that is how we can say that he measured this Bharat Bhumi by his steps. Just like if there is a great zamindar, a landlord, and imagine he has acres and acres of land. So what such a person does, often he likes to go to his land, and he likes to measure his land. He will take a walk. He'll reach his land by a bullock cart or a tractor or car, whatever he has. And then he'll walk in his land. He will see all the trees. He'll see if the crops are growing nicely and the fencing is proper. He'll keep checking all that time to time. Similarly, the Lord, who is the owner of this world, he came down as Lord Ram, and now he is walking in his own property. He is measuring this property of his, this Bharat Bhumi. Why he is doing that? Just because when he goes to different places, he is just by walking to different places, Lord Ram did so many things. So many people were attracted to him, so many people were delivered from curses, this, that, so many Rakshasas were killed, so many saintly people were protected. So just by walking on this planet, Lord Ram did so many wonderful things. So how did Lord Ram measure this Bharat Bhumi? First of all, when Lord Ram went with Vishwamitra the first time to the forest, we know that Lord Ram and Lakshman along with him also, they walked to so many places. They went everywhere by foot. They went to places called Malad Kurush, that is also known as Tatakavan. Oh, just a second. They went to Kushanaba Rajya, that is another kingdom. They went to Siddhashram, then Ganga Tiram, all the many places which are connected by the river Ganga. And finally, they went to Mithila, where Lord Ram got married to Sita. And then from Mithila, they came back to Ayodhya. So we can see that so many places Lord Ram walked by foot, and he heard so many stories of all these places from Vishwamitra. And the second time again, Lord Ram walked. When was that? When he had to do Pitrivakya Paripalanam. When Lord Ram had to fulfill the desire of his father Dashrath, especially Kaikeyi, Yeah, he had to fulfill the orders of his father, not the desire, and he had to go on exile. That time he started from Ayodhya, and then Lord Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. Where all did they go? We can read this full description in Ramayana. They went from Ayodhya, they went towards Sringiverapuram. There they met Guha. Then they went to Sudikshana, the ashram of Sudikshana. Then Bharadwaj ashram, Chitrakoot, Sharabhanga ashram, Agastya ashram, Panchavati, Rishyamukha, Kishkindya. Then he went to Prashravana mountain. And then they went to Lanka from there. And then back to Ayodhya. So many places they went. So just by walking to all these places, Lord Ram did so many favors to so many people. He made friends with so many people. He embraced Guha and he said, you are my fifth brother now. And in this way, he met Sugriva, Hanuman, so many people he met. He killed so many Rakshasas. So we can see that just by walking, he accomplished so many things in this world. And this kind of walking is also called as measuring. That's why Lord Ram can also be called as Ulagalanda Uttamam. Ulagalanda means one who measured the three worlds or this universe. So what is she saying? Pair Padi. So let us sing the names, the holy names of Lord Ram. Why? Because the holy names are very special. The holy names are like a gold ornament. If the Lord himself is like the Lord himself is like a gold biscuit, you can say, and the Lord's holy names are like a beautiful necklace or an ornament. So the Lord himself, uh, he can help us, but when he is present in this universe, he is very accessible to us. But when he is not present in this world, his holy names, they are always accessible. We can always access him through his holy names. Like in Draupadi's case also, Lord Krishna was not personally present, but she called out to his holy names and she got unlimited sari. So in this, for this, Acharya say very nicely that when Lord Krishna was personally present with the gopis, they lost their clothes because they did Chir Haran. And Draupadi, she called out Krishna's holy names. The holy names gave her unlimited sari. So Krishna took away sari and the holy names gave sari to Draupadi. I mean, in the case of gopis. So that is a very sweet commentary. So coming back to Ramayana, that the holy names, we can always access the Lord through his holy names because the holy names are like an ornament, something that, so what is the difference I'm trying to say? A gold biscuit we can always keep with us, but it will, it can be helpful during times of crisis. We can sell it, make some money, but we can never wear it as an ornament. We can just keep it in the bank locker. But if we make it into an ornament like a necklace or a bangle, we can always wear it. We can feel happy, experience the beauty of the ornament, and also if there is some crisis, we can sell the ornament also and make money. So it serves dual purpose. A gold ornament serves both the purposes. It can, similarly, the Lord's holy names, it is an asset which it can always come to us. We can always access it whenever we are in need. So it is compared to to a gold ornament, always accessible. So in this way, Andal is saying that let us call out to his holy names. Let us sing his holy names. Uttaman Per Padi. Per Padi means singing his holy names. So very interestingly, Valmiki Maharshi, he says that in Ram Rajya, how the people of Ayodhya, how did they spend time? It seems they always were chanting names of Lord Ram. So Valmiki says in Ramayan, Ramo Ramo Rama iti prajanam abhavan kathaha Rama bhutam jagad abhut Ramo rajyam prabhasati. So he's saying that the Ayodhya Vasis are always chanting Rama 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 like this. The Praja was always chanting like this. And because of that, what happened? Because of this Rama Katha or Rama Kirtan, Rama Bhutam Jagat Abhut, the whole Ayodhya, the whole place was Ramamayam or Everybody, it was like Rama conscious. Everyone was like that. And Rame Rajyam Prashasati. So in this way, the land was very prosperous. So this is how Andal is saying that during Ram Rajyam, the world became very prosperous because everybody was chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. Also, Lord Shiva, what does he tell Parvati? Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. 3 times if we say Ram, 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 it is like reciting the entire Sahasranam. So Lord Ram's name, it gives lot of all the prosperity. And this is how, that's why Andal is encouraging all her friends that let us keep chanting the names of Lord Ram. And then she says that what will, now this girl, what did she say? What will our people of the village, what will our elders, what benefit will they get by our performing this vrata? So Andal says, now listen to what benefits they are going to get. Third line, Tingindri Nadellam Tingal Mummari Pedu. She is saying that there will be very good rain in our entire place. How it will rain? It will rain just like it rained in Ayodhya during Ram Rajya. How did it rain? Varshitu Parjanya. That means the way people wanted, whenever they wanted to rain, if during the rainy season, when people have sown seeds, that time people want that it should rain. People expect that it will start raining at this time. So exactly at that time, it will start raining. And also, there is a beautiful Mangala Shloka for Ramayana. I'll come to this a little later. But here, what is Andal saying? Tingindri Nadellam Tingal Mummari Pedu. So it will rain just like it did in during Ram Rajya. It will rain, the rain will not be untimely. It will be very predictable. So whenever people sow their seeds and they know that now it's time to rain, it will rain. And because of that rain, very good rain, what will happen to the crops? She's saying, Ung Perun channels Ung Perum Sennal. Sennal means the crops. She's saying the crops will grow tall and they will yield lot of harvest, paddy and all that. So that crops will grow very nicely. So again, so by when the crops grow very nicely, there will be very good harvest, and then it will lead to a lot of prosperity. So she says, "Ong perum sennal." Perum means the crops will be growing tall and a lot of grains will come out of it. Then she's saying that Poongu vadai pode porivandu kan padappa. Udu kayalugal also on top in the previous line. So she's saying, imagine a field where the crops are growing, and in between the crops, there are channels always for water to pass when there is rainwater or whatever. They make a lot of farmers make some channels so that water can pass from that. So she says that through these small water channels, very fat fishes will swim happily through the small water channels. So the fishes also will be very happy because it's going to rain enough abundantly, and there'll be a lot of water for the crops. Plus there will be extra water that will be flowing through these channels, and through the channels, because water is flowing like a small rivulet, very nice, healthy and plump fishes will be swimming through those channels. And not only that, there will be many flowering plants also. Like if you know, you must have read about this in science also, that when farmers have this when they grow these crops, in between sometimes they grow flowering plants, because some flowers, they attract some pests, so that the pests will not attack other crops. So these are all different techniques used by farmers. So it seems many such flowering plants will also grow in between these crops. And the flowers, there will be so many flowers in these plants that many bees, bumblebees will come and sit on these flowers for honey. And they will drink so much honey will be available for them that they will get intoxicated, and they will use the flower like a little cradle, and they'll go to sleep on that flower because the flower is swaying in the breeze, in the gentle breeze. So it's like a cradle for the bumblebee. So you can visualize this, how the bumblebee is sleeping on the flower which is swaying gently like a cradle after drinking, after being intoxicated by the honey from that flower. And below, very fat fish, they are all swimming through the water channels. And very nice paddy, they are also swaying in the breeze, which have grown very nicely because of abundant rainfall. And then how are the crops going to, so this is about the crops. Again, in Ramayana, Valmiki Bhagwan says, how were the crops growing during Ram Rajya? Now see the similarity. Nityamulaha, Nityafalas, Karavatra Pushpitaha. So he's saying in Ramayana that during Ram Rajya, everything was so prosperous, the fields were so prosperous that the crops were growing tall, yielding a lot of grains. There were abundant fruits and flowers. This is from Ramayana. Nitya Mulaha, Nitya Falas, Karavatra Pushpita. Lot of Karavatra, handful of basket full of flowers they were getting every day. So this is how it was during Ramarajya, and this is what Andal is telling us that all our people are going to get. And then Ramayana also says, Valmiki Bhagwan says, how did it rain during Ram Rajya? Kale varshatu parjanya prithvi sashya shalini deshoyam kshoba rahita. So Kale varshatu parjanya. During the right period, whenever it is rainy season, that time it rained. Prithvi sashya shalini. The earth planet was so beautiful. It became sashya shalini. Deshoyam kshobarahita. So the whole country was kshobarahita. That means there was no famine, drought, no such problems were never there. So this is what Andal is telling over here, that if we chant the names of Lord Ram, who is Uttaman, who had come to this world to measure this place by his lotus feet, if we sing his holy names, this is what is going to happen. Just like Ram Rajya, our place is going to become Sashya Shalini, and abundant fruits, crops, flowers, and all that. And then what about the cows? She says, Tenga de pukkirandu seerthamulai patrivanga. Third last line. She says that the cows will give so much milk, abundant milk, that before we change the pot, the milk will start overflowing. And similarly in Ramayana, Narada Bhagwan, before Valmiki wrote the Ramayana, Narada tells him that in Ram Rajya, he says, Gavam Koti Yutam Datva Vidvadatshu Vidvadabhyo Vidhi Purvakam. Gavam Koti Yutam Datva Vidvadabhyo Vidhi Purvakam. That means Narada is telling them that there were so many crores of cows in Ayodhya, and they were giving lakhs and lakhs of cows in charity to people. This is how Ram Rajya was. And they could give so many cows because crores of cows were present over there. And this is how, and not only that, Andal is saying in the last line, Ninga the Selvam Niraindelo Rembavai. Ninga the Selvam. Please know, my dear friends, that our people in our place, they are all going to get this prosperity. Selvam means prosperity. And how is this prosperity going to be? Ninga the Selvam. It's going to be a prosperity which will not leave them and go. It will always be with them. Say, for example, we buy a washing machine this year for Diwali. And then next year, it is expected that we buy something else, right? Then it is prosperity. But if we buy one washing machine this year, next year that gets spoiled. So we again buy a washing machine. Third year, that one gets spoiled. We again buy another company's washing machine. So that is not good prosperity. Prosperity means that we add value, we buy something that will remain with us for a long time, and we keep adding different things. So that is good kind of prosperity. Not that we buy one thing, we lose it, we again buy it, then we lose it. So this is what Andal is saying, Ninga the Selvam, that this prosperity that these people are going to get will not leave them and go, it will be with them. Now see this very interesting comparison that after reading Ramayana, there is a Mangala Shloka which is always recited. It says, Kale Varshatu Parjanya Gavam Koti Yutam Datva Vidvavadbhyo Vidhi Purvakam. I already said this once, but this is a Mangala Shloka which is said after reciting Ramayana. It means wherever Ramayana is recited, wherever Lord Ram's names are chanted, this kind of prosperity will follow in that place. And another beautiful thing is about this Pasuram is that many the mantras that are chanted during Ashwamegha sacrifice, Ashwamegha Yagya, that is mentioned in the Vedas. Ashwamegha Yagya is mentioned in the Vedas, how to do and all that. Those mantras are still there in the Vedas. Though what those mantras mean, those mantras are kept, Andal has kept them in this verse, in this Pasuram in a very hidden way. Because what does the Ashwamegha Yagya says, the mantras say, it says that when one performs Ashwamegha Yagya, there will be timely rain, the crops will grow very nicely and will yield a lot of grains, paddy, there will be very healthy cows. So this is what the meaning of the mantras that are chanted during the Ashwamegha Yagya. And it seems during Ram Raja, Lord Ram performed several Ashwamedha Yagyas. And because of that, there was always a lot of prosperity in the place where during Ram Raja. So this is one very important thing that we see again, the similarity in this particular Pasuram. So Andal is saying, let us chant the names of Lord Ram, and all the people of our village will also get whatever they desire. So quickly go through the fourth one. In the fourth Pasuram, another friend is asking a very interesting question again. So she's asking that, very nice, Andal, you have said all these things, but is this actually possible? Like the way you are explaining that there will be very good rain and all these things will, the crops will grow and the cows will give milk. For rain to come, the Parjanya Devata, he has to support, right? Unless he showers rain, how will there be rain? So now, very interestingly, when this girl asks this question, they all see a very effulgent person standing nearby. So who is that? He was actually Parjanya Devata. So Andal calls him as Adi Malai Kanna. Adi Malai ku Anna, or Anna means elder brother. So she's calling him like rain god. We say rain god. These are small girls, no? They don't know exact names of the Devata. So she's addressing him as elder brother, or Barsat Wale Bhaiya, something like that. So rain brother, so Adi Malai Kanna. So then she's addressing him like that. And she's saying that now this is a conversation between the Parjanya Devata and Andal. So Andal is telling him, he's standing with folded hands. He's saying, please order me what you want me to do. I'm here. And all the girls are watching their conversation. So Andal is telling him that, look, you have to reign very nicely in our country. How you should reign? So now there are so many orders. Andal tells him that how you should reign. So she's saying you have to go in the middle of the ocean and bring fresh water from there. How should you enter the middle of the ocean? Just like Lord Ram, when he was fighting with those 14,000 Rakshasas, Kharadushan and all his followers, what did Lord Ram do? He went in the middle of their army. It is not that he hid somewhere behind a tree or he went on top of a mountain, and no, not like that. He entered right into the middle of the Rakshasa army, and he gave them a very tough fight. So this is how you should go in the middle of the ocean and bring water. So Lord Ram, he fought so valiantly with these Kharadushan and 14,000 Rakshasas. Lord Lakshman also asked, can I also come and fight? I will help you in fighting these Rakshasas. But Lord Ram said, I know that you have the courage and the strength to fight them, but I want to do this myself, alone. So you take care of Sita and stay there in the cave and watch how I do it. So they both were watching, and Lord Ram, how he very, very courageously, single-handedly, without even a chariot, he fought these 14,000 Rakshasas. And how did he fight? So now Andal is again using this example of Lord Ram fighting these 14,000 Rakshasas, and she's saying, when you rain, you should collect water from the middle of the ocean and bring it here. And then, just like Lord Ram went in the middle of their army and fought with them, the Rakshasas. And how should you come? Udi Mudalvan Uruvam Pol Mai Garutta. You should come in the color of Lord Ram. How Lord Ram is, he is like the color of the rain, he is dark in color. So you should come in that same color. Then she's saying, Padiyan Toludai Patpanaban Kayil. So when it rains, there should also be black clouds. So she's saying that your cloud should remind, the color of your cloud should remind us of Lord Ram. And then she says that when there are dark clouds, there should also be lightning. Lightning looks very beautiful in dark clouds. So she says, Padiyan Toludai Patpanaban Kayil, Adi Pol Minni. So your lightning should look bright like the Sudarshan disc in the Lord's hands. So it seems Lord Ram, he was fighting these Rakshasas, and all his arrows, he was fighting with bow and arrow, but his arrows were very bright and shining, just like the Sudarshan disc. So she's saying that the lightning that appears in the sky should also look like the arrows, the bright arrows of Lord Ram. And then she says that Valampuri pool nindru adirndu, when there is lightning and there are black clouds in the sky, there should also be thunder. We should all understand that you're coming. You should not simply come without making a noise, but there should be thunder. And how should the thunder be? It seems when Lord Ram shot arrow at this Khara, that arrow, it created such a hurricane, and this arrow went like a hurricane, and it made a huge hurricane like sound, it seems. Lord Valmiki Bhagwan, he explains that, describes it in Ramayana, that this arrow, it went like a hurricane, it created like a hurricane effect and made a sound like that. And it was so powerful, that arrow, that it seems this Khara was so powerful, this Khara Rakshas, he started going round and round and round because of the power of this arrow, which created a hurricane effect. And he finally fell down to the ground. So she says that you should create, your thunder should be like that. It should remind us of that, how Lord Ram shot that hurricane like arrow at Khara. And then she says, don't hold back anything. Pour all the rain. Not that there should be a lot of lightning, thunder, black clouds, but sometimes then there is no rain. All the clouds disperse. She says, not like that. There should be a lot of thunder, lightning, black clouds, but you should also rain. How should you rain? Non-stop. When Lord Ram, he fought these 14,000 Rakshasas, the arrows there, it was so fast. He was working so fast that the way he was throwing the arrows, he nobody could see when he's taking the arrow out from the quiver, when he's placing it on the bow, and when he's shooting it. It was so fast, it looked like non-stop shower of arrows. So this is how you should rain. Then she says, but wait, Vala ulaginil pedidai. Vala ulaginil pedidai means your rain should not cause any destruction. Your rain should cause it should only do good to the people, to the society, and it should not cause any destruction. So take care of that. It should not cause a flood and all those things. So because we want to live, we want to be prosperous, we want to live happily. So don't cause any destruction by your rain. Now we know that Lord Ram, when he shot the arrows, all the Rakshasas were destroyed. So how do we see this comparison? So wait, let me tell you that. So finally, Andal says, Nangalu Margari. So then this Parjana Devata, he says, okay, should I start pouring? So Andal says, no, wait. Nangalu Margari Nirada Magandelo Rembavai. Not now. Let us complete our vrata, and as a fruit, as a result of our vrata, you should pour rain, so that all the people of the country will know that you have reigned as a result of our vrata. So not now. Hold on, she says. So then she says, Nangalum Margari Neerada Magilnd. Magilnd means we should also be very happy. Your rain should give us happiness. How should it give us happiness? Just like that day when Lord Ram was fighting this 14,000 Rakshasas, Sita Devi and Lakshman were watching from the cave. And this fighting, this killing of the Rakshasas gives so much happiness to Sita Devi that after this whole fight was over, the Rakshasas were killed. Mother Sita came running and she embraced Lord Ram. Babhuva Drishta Vaidehi. So, we know that shloka where Lord Sita Devi comes and embraced Lord Ram. So, why did she do that? She was very happy for two reasons. One reason is that all the sages were now very safe in this place and they had no fear now from Khara Dushan and the 14,000 Rakshasas. At the same time, she was very happy for the Rakshasas who were killed. Why? Because Lord Ram, by protecting the sages, he did good to them, but by killing these Rakshasas also he did very good to them, because these Rakshasas were actually sages in their past life and they were cursed. Because of that, they had now become Rakshasas. It seems they were in there once there was a very big famine for a long period in Uttar Pradesh, and these sages were from there. They all went and took shelter in the ashram of Gautama Muni. So Gautama Muni, he had the ability and resources, and he could take care of these 14,000 rishis who had come and taken uh, shelter at his ashram, and he provided for their food and shelter for a very long time. And when they understood that now the famine is over and things are again proper in their place, the rishis were about to go back. But somehow it seems while going back, they had some kind of envy in their mind that how come this Gautam Muni has so much opulence and he has so much powers. He took care of us for such a long time, and we don't have this. So because of this envy, they actually they did some behavior which was not appropriate. So when they were just envious, Gautam Muni, he had no problem, he tolerated that, but they behaved in a very inappropriate way, because of which they had to be punished. So Gautam Muni, he cursed them to become Rakshasas. So these Rakshasas were actually sages, 14,000 sages cursed by Gautam Muni. And by killing them, Lord Ram freed them from their curse, and now they were delivered, and they all were reinstated in their Swarupa, in their original situation. So in this way, Lord Ram, he did very good to all the people, to the sages. He helped them. The Rakshasas also he helped by killing them and delivering them. And this gave a lot of happiness to Sita Devi, because she could see them that every time a Rakshasa was being killed, he was going back into his original form. So she could see that, and because of that, she went and she was very happy that Lord Ram did this. So in this way, Andal, she spoke to this Parjanya Devata and instructed him how step by step he should reign in such a way that everything reminds them of Lord Ram, and the whole place will be very happy and prosperous. So Hare Krishna, I was actually planning to do the fifth one also. I don't know, but it's 8:30.
Oh, we can complete, Mataji. It's okay.
Can I take 5-6 minutes?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll do it quickly. It will be so interesting that you'll forget the time. Okay, so we'll could take the fifth verse. Here again we'll see the similarities here. Now the fifth, another girl, she's also asking a very nice question. So we can see that these friends are not simply following something, they are also very intellectual. They are asking questions. So this particular girl is asking Andal that in the fifth Pasuram, she's saying, Andal, all this is very nice. You have demonstrated us how the rain is going to come and all that. But many times what we desire, it doesn't happen, because our own sins, they pose obstacles and we don't achieve what we want to achieve. So how can we overcome our sins? So then Andal says, yes, that's also a very brilliant question. She says that don't worry, there is a very easy method to overcome our own sins, obstacles posed by our own sins. What is it that we have to say? I particularly wanted to do this because this will give a lot of pleasure to all the Telugu devotees, because Andal is using a Telugu word over here, Cheppu. So Andal is saying there's a very easy word. What is it that we have to do? We have to just do Cheppu. What do you have to say? We have to say the Lord's holy names. So she's saying that many different holy names over here of Lord. That she says by chanting these holy names of the Lord, these different names, we will overcome all our sins and all the obstacles that are posed by our own sins. So she says, as many times you all have this experience, right? Say somebody books for yatra, but suddenly something happens and then they have to cancel it. So it's actually many times when we wish to do something, but there is a big obstacle. We understand that, oh, this is because of my own karma, my own sin, that it couldn't get fulfilled. So for that, Andal is saying a very simple reason. Don't worry. We have to say the names of Lord Ram. What all names we have to say? So she's choosing very nice names. Please pay attention. This how the connections with Ramayana will be really, really very interesting over here. So she's saying Mayanai Cheppu. You can see that the last line, there is this word coming, Seppelo Rembavai. Seppe means actually Cheppu. So for every word, we have to say Mayanai Cheppu, Vada Madurai Cheppu, Maindanai Cheppu, like that. So these are different holy names of the Lord. So she's saying, let us say the names of the Lord Mayanai. Mayanai means one who does very wonderful deeds. So Lord Ram, Ashcharyajanik Leela, that is what the Lord does. So the Lord Ram, it seems he does such wonderful pastimes that nobody can do. Actually, Lord Ram, he said that when Lord Ram incarnated, he was actually going to come just like a human being, an ordinary human being, and he was not going to do any supernatural activities. But in the Balkand itself, he couldn't hold on to that. So when he came across this particular ashram of Gautama Muni, there Vishwamitra pointed out to that huge stone, and when Lord touched the stone with his finger, with his feet, immediately that stone turned out into a beautiful lady who was Ahalya. So who can do that? Can anybody touch a stone and convert it into a beautiful lady? So Lord Ram did that. He's Mayanai. He can do such wonderful deeds. So she says, let us chant the names Mayanai. Mayanai means Lord Ram who does Ashcharyajanak pastimes. Then she says, let us chant the names of, let us say Vada Madurai. Vada Madurai. Vada means northern Mathura. There is one Madurai in Tamil Nadu, you know. So that is Ten Madurai. Ten means south. And Vada Madurai means the Mathura of north. So she says, let us chant the names of Vada Madurai. Now we all know that Mathura actually belongs to Lord Krishna. How do you say that this is about Ram? Very interestingly, Lord Ram was very, very fond of this city, this place called Mathura, because this was earlier, this place was called as Madhuvan. And Madhuvan, Dhruva had performed his penance, and Dhruva was very dear to the Lord. So when Lord incarnated as Ram, he wanted to establish this place, Madhuvan, into a beautiful city, Nagaram. So this place, in this place there was a Rakshasa living over there called Lavanasur. So he had to be annihilated and a beautiful city has to be established. So Lord Ram sent Shatrughna for this purpose, and Shatrughna killed Lavanasur and he established a beautiful city over there called as Mathura. So again, from this we can say that Mathura was also very dear to Lord Ram, and in this way, Vada Madurai also refers to Lord Ram. And she's saying, Tuya Peruni Yamunai Turaivanai. So Yamunai Turaivani, Yamuna, one who did so many pastimes in Yamuna. So how do we see this in connection to Ram? Very interestingly, Andal is bringing this connection that Yamuna river, who is this Yamuna river? She is Surya Putri. And where did Lord Ram incarnate? He incarnated in the Surya Kula, Surya Vanshi. So because he was a Surya Vanshi, many forefathers before in his line, in the family, they were related to Yamuna, Surya Putri. So this Yamuna, in one sense, became Lord Ram's Atya. We call in father, sister, we call Atya in Tamil. I don't know what you call in Telugu, but aunt.
Same, Mataji.
Atte. Okay, so Lord Ram, he considers this Yamuna to be his Atte because she is Surya Putri and he is also coming in the Surya Vansh. So he is very happy when he sees Yamuna river. So we can also say that Lord Ram is Yamunai Turaivan. He is very dear to Yamuna, and yeah, for Atte, her Bhanja is very dear to her. So Lord Ram is very dear to Yamuna, and Yamuna, Andal is saying, Tu ya Peruni. Yamuna became, her glories became double because she is so great already, and now her glory, her greatness has become doubled. Why? Because she has connection with both Lord Ram and Krishna. Ram through family lineage, Surya Vansh, and Krishna because he is ported in Yamuna. So Yamuna is a very special river. Then she's saying, Taye Kudal Vidaktum Saida Damodarane. That means Lord Damodara, who removed the fear of his mother. So what fear did Lord Ram remove from his mother? So when Lord Ram was ordered to go to the forest, Kausalya Devi told Ram that, listen, Vedas tell us that you should only listen to your mother. You don't have to, because mother is first priority. Father, you can listen to him or you may not listen, but mother, you should always listen to mother. Mate teke, mate teke. So Kausalya is reminding him of this, and she's saying, I am telling you, don't go to the forest. So if you listen to me, you will not do anything against dharma. It is dharma for you. So then Lord Ram, he tells his mother Kausalya that, my mother, very nice what you're telling me, but I am going to the forest for you because, yes, if I don't go to the forest, I will not have any problem. My dharma will be intact because you are telling me not to go. But what about you? For you, Lord Dashratha is related both to you and to me, and he is your husband. So for a wife, the first dharma is to follow the duty of her husband, the orders of her husband. So he has ordered me to go to the forest, and if you don't abide by that, it will be adharma for you. So for that reason, I want to protect your dharma also. That's why I'm going to the forest. So please allow me. So when Kausalya Devi heard this dharma shastra vichar, she was very happy and she blessed him. And then she's Andal is saying over here, Damodara nahi. How can Damodar be Ram? Damodar means we all know Damodar Leela is Krishna. No, Damodar, another meaning is the Lord who keeps the entire prapancha, this entire universe in his stomach. He is also called as Damodar. So Lord Ram, he is the, like in the previous Pasuram, Andal already said, he's a Uli Mudalvan. Uli Mudalvan means that he is the first unborn first person. And he is there even after the Pralaya. He is the only one who is there. So when Pralaya happens, this whole universe goes into his belly. And he protects all of us. He safeguards us inside his belly. So he is also called as Damodar. So Damodar here again means Lord Ram. So then Andal is saying all these names. So we should, the Mayanai Cheppu, Vada Madurai Cheppu, Maindanai Cheppu, Yamunai Turaivanai Cheppu, Damodaranai Cheppu, like that. So then she's saying, what should we do apart from chanting all this? How should we chant Tuyo Mai Vandanam, Tu Malar, Tuvi Toludu? We should come with a very pure body and mind, and we should offer flowers to the Lord. Tu Malar means pure flowers. Pure flowers, best quality of flowers are the ones that we grow in our own garden. And we should worship him like that. And then what should we do? Vainal Padi. We should sing his holy names and his glories with our mouth. Manattinal Sindika. Not only with our mouth like a parrot, but we should also think about it in our mind. Our mind also should be involved in the chanting. And by doing so, what will happen? All our sins, Sanchita Karma, Prarabdha Karma, all the sinful reactions will be vanquished. Tiyinil tusagum seppelor embavai. Just like a big, if there is a huge sack of cotton, just one little flame is enough. It will burn into ashes. That ashes will not even be a handful. The whole sack will burn in just few seconds. And similarly, by chanting these holy names of Lord Ram, all our karma, all our prarabdha karma, all the papa, kuta, bija, all those sinful reactions and tendency to commit further sinful activities, they will all be burnt away to ashes. So here Andal's Avatara Rahasyam is revealed in this particular Pasuram. We already saw in the last class that Andal had two purposes in incarnating. One was to teach us how to sing his holy names, and second was to worship him with flowers. So she's saying both those things in this Pasuram. She has kept both that. She's saying, Tu malar tuvi toldu. Malar means flowers. So we will worship him with flowers. And Vahinal Padi, that with our mouth we are going to sing his holy names. So her avatar Rahasyam is also fulfilled over here. And very beautifully, she has answered all the questions of her friends and clarified all the doubts. And she's saying, Jaha, by singing, by chanting and glorifying these beautiful names of Lord Ram, we will have no obstacles and we will all attain our Purushartha. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I'm very, very sorry for delaying you all by few more minutes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I mean, I didn't realize the time actually. It can't be 1 hour. We should go on.
The video.
So I would just leave the floor open for questions. Anybody would like to have any questions?
I think there's only one question, that when will this end?
No, I have one question. Why did this end? So, Hari Bol, Tulsi Mataji has a question. Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna.
So,
Hare Krishna,
Mataji,
Mataji.
I'll just introduce Tulsi Mataji is the good wife of his Guinness, Mother Gopinath Prabhuji. Mataji is very, very amazing. I mean, if I begin to tell her glories, I'll take another hour. So happy that you've come, Mataji. Please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Actually, I didn't have any question, but I just wanted to, I couldn't hold myself from taking time to thank Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Like today I was making garlands while hearing today's class. And also today's Pasuram particularly says, let's sing the glories of Rama who killed that southern Lankan king Ravana. So today after morning Tiruppavai also we were singing Rama's glories. And this is the first time I am hearing Tiruppavai in the context of Ramayana. It's such a thrill, Mataji. So I know it's already late, but I couldn't hold myself to take this opportunity to thank Mataji and you for providing this opportunity to hear. If you permit, I will quickly show my Goda Krishna to everybody. Is that okay?
Hari Bol, yes, Mataji, please.
How do I reverse this? Are you able to see, Mataji?
Oh, yes. Very, very beautiful darshan.
With very, very little there. See, compared to our Sudarshan itself, he's small. Then there are even small deities.
Hare Krishna. Very, very beautiful.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm in the first floor and you're in the second floor and I'm just seeing it online. I wish I'll come sometime.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. And one other thing I wanted to ask was, these verses what you have quoted from Ramayana, no, Mataji, in the context of each Pasuram, is there some notes or something where we can go back and refer? Because just by listening once, it is difficult to remember, no? It will be nice to contemplate again and again.
Yes. So when I heard them, I started searching them from Ramayana. So that is a very, very good activity. You open the Ramayana and search, because the context is very clear. Like Lord Brahma is praying, or the fight between Kharadushan, and where Sita Devi comes and congratulates. So all these contexts we know. So this is how I did.
Oh, we can just go and search in the Ramayana. Yes.
Oh yes, the verses are there.
And I'm also uploading the classes on the YouTube channel, Mataji.
Oh, okay. So class is always available.
It's available on my channel. Yes, there.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very grateful to both of you for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Basically, I didn't do anything. Mataji who's giving us this nectar.
You You keep energizing me from there, giving me all the support and the blessing and the empowerment. Okay.
Very, very kind that like you made our Margasish Mass very special, very auspicious, and very devotional every year. And we're really, really grateful to you for this mercy. And we really wish and pray that it continues every year. Thank you very much.
Andal Tiruvadigali Charanam. Hare Krishna.
You can stop recording, Shravya. Oh, it's me, right?